the Bristol Flyers Podcast.
Hello and welcome to a very special Christmas edition of the Bristol Flyers Podcast. My name's Joel Osborne. He is Sam Hardy.
Yes, I am.
And Sam, we are just a couple of days away from Christmas. Are you ready for the big day?
I haven't quite finished my shopping yet, Joel, but, you know, I haven't even got you a present yet, mate. Have you got me one?
No, not yet. Well, we've got some festive fun lined up this week, haven't we? You've got some great stuff going on in this episode.
Mate, Christmas specials one. We've not done one before, but I'm excited for this one. I'm
got the snow behind us here in the studio.
Is that real snow?
Yeah, real snow.
Well,
yeah, got that in as well. Well, I think it'd only be Christmas special, Sam. I think it's only right we should get some festive drinks in. What do you reckon?
Well, I was thinking that, but obviously, as it's a very sensible and lovely. Do you know what, a podcast? We've only got fresh water on show here, I'm afraid.
Fresh water only. Sam is going to crack open these festive drinks. We've got great stuff lined up for today's podcast. We're going to do some special bits and bobs, some fun festive jolliness with today's guest, and we are also going to try something new, which we'll see how it goes. We either cut it out or we'll keep it in there. We'll see how it goes, but something we've never done on the Bristol Flyers podcast before.
For those listening, we haven't given our guest a lovely festive fresh water because it is 100% fresh water, and that is it, right?
Yeah, fresh water only here on the Bristol Flyers podcast. Cheers! Merry Christmas! Oh, tell you what, that is some fresh water. The freshest of fresh water. As we say, no fresh water for our guests today because they have a game tomorrow, and I think it's quite right we should introduce them into the podcast now. So this week we are joined by none other than Bristol Flyers guard Tevin Olison. Tevin, how's it going, man?
Man, it's all good. I'm glad to be here.
Well, welcome to the Bristol Flyers podcast. This is your first time here in the studio, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it's a really good studio too. I like it. I like the setup. It just looks new. I love it.
I'm surprised you still got your jacket on because it does get hot in here under these lights. It has been known to get warm, hasn't it, Sam?
I'm from the south, so I'm used to the heat.
And to be fair, Joel, it's snowing, mate. So
yeah, exactly.
It's cold outside. It's snow behind us. Yeah.
It is snowing here in the studio. Tevin, last time we had you on the podcast, it was literally the week after you had first signed for the club, wasn't it?
Yeah, yes, sir.
And we actually had you on Zoom, which is really strange thinking about it now. Like just looking back and seeing how much the podcast has grown since then. It's great to see, isn't it, Sam?
Well, I loved it because when we were talking to you, we had no idea who you were, who any of the other players were, and we were talking about everyone who was just being signed, and it was just like, don't know who these people are, love their mixtapes, love what they're about. And we had a nice chat with you, but it's been so nice to get to know you a little bit over these last few months, mate. Watch you play. It's cool, isn't it, Joel?
Yeah, it's been awesome. Tevin, am I right in thinking you're a big podcast listener?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I am. I listen to a lot of. I don't know if you guys know about the 85 South show. I listen to that. I listen to $1 Million Worth of Game. I listen to JJ Redick's podcast, Draymond Green's podcast. I just love to hear people talking.
Yeah,
actually talk about like important things.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the JJ Redick podcast. Yeah. It's actually really good. If you haven't checked it out, go check that one out because it's awesome. One thing to mention also, Sam, we didn't mention at the top of the show, but this is our last episode of the year this year because next week the podcast is taking a break, isn't it, Sam?
That's pretty sad actually, Joel, but it'll be all right because we're having Christmas fun, aren't we? So
yeah. Well, you're going away, aren't you?
Yeah, I mean, there's a bit of snow coming behind us, not gonna lie. Doing that thing where we head out, put some long bits of wood in our feet and go down mountains full of snow, mate.
Oh, lovely. Sounds like great festive fun.
Yeah, sure. You guys are going to be like busy with games all over Christmas, aren't you?
Yeah, well, time of recording, we've got Surrey Scorchers tomorrow. We've got, we've been in Plymouth next week when we should be recording a podcast because we've got a rare Wednesday afternoon game down in Plymouth. And then January 1st as well, 2 p.m. tip-off. So no New Year's Eve celebrations for us either.
I'll be thinking of you guys a lot while I'm out there, okay?
Great stuff. Tevin, have you ever thought about hosting your own podcast? I know you're a big podcast listener. You ever thought about hosting one?
No, actually, not just independently, but with my friends and stuff, we always, like, when we just chilling, just hanging around, we'll be like, man, I think we should start our own podcast, like, because I have some really entertaining friends. Like, we're funny, we're outgoing and stuff like that. So I think it would be really entertaining if we did have a podcast.
Yeah, you should make it happen. I'll definitely tune into that. I think it'd be awesome.
100% tune into that.
Yeah. Tevin, last time we came on, obviously you mentioned you were on Zoom, but it's great to welcome you to the studio in person. The last time you were on, You mentioned it's your first pro contract, your first time outside of the States. Now you've been here for what, 5 or 6 months or so. How have you settled into Bristol?
I think I settled pretty fine. I'm still not used to the weather, man. It's just raining every day, like right now. But I love the food, I love the people, and I just love how people treat you out here.
Yeah. You talk about some of the food. I remember we spoke on that last episode. You were we had a question come in, didn't we, Sam? It was about a cheeky Nando's. Do you remember that one, Sam?
God.
And obviously, there's a fan question. They asked, "How much are you looking forward to a cheeky Nando's?" We got a clip here actually. Should we take a listen to the clip? Last time you were on.
Mark Habs on Instagram wants to know: are you looking forward to a cheeky Nando's?
I don't know what it is, but that sounds crazy.
Coach loves taking the team out for a cheeky Nando's. They do this thing every year where like the guys shoot half-court shots in practice and stuff like that. Or if someone makes a half-court shot in a game, at the end of a quarter or something, he takes the whole team out for a Nando's. The phrase that does the rounds is cheeky Nando's. So if you go for a quick cheeky Nando's, it means you're off to Nando's.
It's a very British thing that like everyone who comes over always gets that question asked. They have no idea what we're talking about. So
okay, cool. I love chicken, so yeah, we can do that for sure. I love it.
Well,
I love chicken.
That's a fact.
Well, Tevin, now you've been here for a few months. Can you tell me, have you been to a cheeky Nando's? Had a cheeky Nando's?
I have been to Nando's at least 15 times plus. Oh my God. No, Nando's is so good. I mean, we've probably been total as a team probably been like 3 times. But me and VJ, we go all the time.
Yeah.
Me and VJ go all the time.
How cheeky is a cheeky Nando's on a scale of 1 to 10?
Okay, can you give me the term of cheeky? Please give me the term, the definite.
Just
meaning.
a cheeky Nando's.
Should I get it out up on online?
Yeah.
Sam's going to Google the word cheeky. I mean, it just means like, just off the cuff. Let's go for a cheeky one.
No, that's not like the definition of cheeky. Actual cheeky's showing a lack of respect or politeness in a way that is amusing or appealing. Is kind of what that doesn't make any sense, does it?
Yeah, but it's funny, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just
Just go for a cheeky Nando's. Why not?
Naughty Nando's.
I would say that it is really good. It's probably my second favorite place in Bristol.
What's the first?
Low and Slow.
Oh,
you are like the 4th person to
Low and
mention
Slow
it.
is the best.
Yeah.
Low and Slow is the best.
I think the coach was saying it took the guys out for a low and slow. Was that after Nassim hit a half-court shot in practice? the other week?
Yeah.
That's the thing, and we're saying that in that clip. Whenever a player hits that half-court shot, they get coach takes the team out. Normally it's Nando's. This time, low and slow. Great stuff.
I need to go back again. I've not been in years actually.
Please go to Low and Slow.
I've
It's
never
so
been.
good.
I've never been. I need to go add it to my bucket list.
I'm gonna bring one in for you, Joel, for a podcast episode.
Tag me along.
That'd be amazing. Tevin, this is our Christmas special episode of the podcast. As you can see, we've decorated the studio with festiveness, and by festiveness, I mean a bit of snow in the background. However, I know from players' point of view, being outside of the country, it can always be tough, sort of being away from family. Like, how are you guys celebrating Christmas this year?
Actually, Nassim's mother is gonna be cooking for us on Christmas Day, and we're gonna all go over there. Well, most of us are gonna go over there and eat some food and just chillax. You know what I'm saying? And then the day after Christmas, actually, Coach is gonna put something together for us. And yeah, he's been bragging about his desserts and stuff like that. So we're gonna see what that's talking about.
Oh wow, a little cook-off between Zoe and Coach K. I would literally pay to see there's a cook-off between Zoe and Coach K.
Judged by Nick.
Yeah, Nick can be the judge.
Cooking with Nick.
Yeah, they're better than Nick Burns' tray bake.
Yeah, I love that. That's actually 2 unbelievable days together. You're going to have the nice Christmas with Zoe and the team and that cooking. And then, well, I've never actually experienced Coach's cooking, so who knows what that'll be like.
Oh, well, neither have I, actually. I've never tried Coach's
He's
cooking.
never cooked for us, actually. Let's call him out on that, Joel.
Yeah, I know. I think Devin's got his fingers crossed for some good food.
I'm believing in you, Coach. Believing in you.
You got to say that.
So
Tevin, obviously, is this going to be your first Christmas away from your family back home?
Oh no, not at all. Being just playing basketball in college, you don't get to go home that much either. So it's not much different, but I am out of the country. I'm across the water, so it's going to be a big difference. Of course, I'm missing my family and stuff like that, but I'm kind of used to it. They understand. I understand. So.
Yeah. Awesome. What does a normal Christmas look like back home then? Because I know there's a few different traditions in the States than they have over here in the UK, right?
Yeah. we'll wake up in the morning. I know there's a big debate going around social media about like should you eat breakfast on Thanksgiving dinner? I mean on Thanksgiving Day or Christmas Day. Actually, my mom gets up. She'll cook like a little small breakfast, and then she'll begin to cook, and then the entire family would just gather around and open presents and just open them and just conversate and stuff like that. And then we'll then later in the day we'll go and just eat dinner, have a big dinner full of food and stuff like that, and just a good time, family.
Yeah.
Sounds. Do you know what I learned today,
Yeah.
Joe, about Christmas in Japan?
Go on.
Do you know about this?
Mm-mm.
In Japan, for Christmas, they all go and have KFC as their main meal.
Really?
Genuinely, that is a thing that they do.
No
I'm not.
way.
I'm not even joking.
Like going to Japan.
Yeah, exactly. Japan sounds good though.
As you say, Tevin, a big part of Christmas over here in the UK is the Christmas dinner, isn't it? Like that's the.
Oh yeah.
Like for us, that's massive. That's where we have our turkey dinner. For you guys in the States, that's mainly Thanksgiving where you have turkey, right?
Yeah. I mean, we eat turkey on Christmas too as well. We have big portions of everything: turkey, chicken. It's just whatever the fams like. You know what I'm saying? So.
Do you sit down and watch Christmas movies? Like, what's your go-to Christmas film? Is that your sort of thing or not really?
Nah, I like the Polar Express, and you know what I'm saying? I like that, but nah, we usually watch basketball on Christmas Day. There's a lot of basketball games going on. You know, it's different out here because it might come on super late and stuff like that.
Well, we start at, the games start for us 5 p.m. and go on to about 5 a.m. So basically,
That's not bad though.
once you've finished your whole day of like opening presents and being with the family, that's what I do is I sit down, a couple of drinks and start watching the NBA games till I fall asleep pretty much.
Couple of fresh waters, is it, Joe?
Couple of fresh waters until it's time to go to bed. I'll just basically just crash out on the sofa and then just wake up and Boxing Day in the morning, just like, the games are finished and I'm just lying on the sofa.
Who's your NBA team that you follow?
Right now it's actually the Grizzlies. I used to be a super big Lakers fan. Like when Kobe was my favorite player, it's not even close. R.I.P. Kobe. But I was a big Lakers fan ever since I just went away from him. But yeah, I'm a big Grizzlies fan.
You loving what Ja's up to right now?
Yeah, I like what Ja's up to right now. I just love the whole organization. I love how they're drafting the players. I just love everything about them.
Awesome.
Ja's obviously one of the most athletic people in the league.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what? Someone else came on recently. I don't know who it was.
Was it Corey? I think we were talking to Corey about who the most athletic player on the team is, and he put your name forward as one of the springiest players on the team. But I think like for us, we didn't really you don't see that. But I guess he's around you guys.
I
want to
see a windmill. I want to see a windmill. I don't care what anyone says. If I don't see a windmill, I will not believe it. Okay.
When you're throwing a windmill down the game, Tev?
If we are up like 20 plus or something, and I got a breakaway. Yeah, I'll do a windmill, but
don't tell
to be
coach.
honest, I haven't got a lot of breakaways. I just got my first dunk in the last game, my first professional dunk in the last game. But all my teammates, they talk about me because I'm so athletic, and they like, why don't you dunk more and stuff like that? I'm like, man, my knees hurt, bro.
He's there. He's above the hoop with the ball, and he just like drops it in instead of dunking it down.
That's it.
I love it.
Tevin, of course, today's our Christmas special. We spoke about the difference in traditions between the American Christmas versus the Christmas over here in the UK. A bunch of traditions that maybe you've not heard of before. So we thought it'd only be good to introduce you to some of these Christmas traditions right here on the Bristol Flyers podcast. One thing we like to do at the very start of before we have Christmas dinner is we like to pull Christmas crackers. Have you ever heard of a Christmas cracker?
I haven't.
You've not heard of a Christmas cracker? Well, it's funny as you say it because we have not one, not two, but we have 3 Christmas crackers right here on the podcast. And Tevin, basically these will sit on top of your plate at Christmas. Everyone will get together, they'll grab one end each, we'll pull them across, and then we will you pull them, and whichever one wins, you get all the little goodies inside. Some great goodies in there. Little paper hat, stupid joke.
Should we do it now?
Yeah, let's do it right
Joel,
now.
You need to grab Tevin's.
I'll grab Tevin's. Here we go. We're going to pull Christmas crackers on the podcast. Are you ready? In 3, 2, 1. Hey, Tevin got 2.
Tevin won 2. I lost both.
Sam lost both.
So if that happens, you share and you end up with the little treats inside. Look at that, some nail clippers there.
I'll tell you what I got, Sam. I got a bottle opener. Could have done with that earlier.
Done with that well earlier.
Right now.
You clip the nails.
Tevin's got a little nail clipper.
Inside here, what you'll find.
This is the best part of the of the Christmas cracker. You get given these lovely paper hats, Tevin, and we'd love it if we could put on a paper hat for this rest of this podcast, Tev.
How you do that?
You could listen. They are the best part of the podcast. Oh, let me get my headphones off. I'll put these on. 2 seconds.
This looks weird. It feels weird. It looks weird, but I'm here for it, Joel. I like it.
That's great. We got our paper hats on. Put my headphones back on. Tevin's going to stick his on. You might have to take your headphones off first, Tev, before you put your paper hat on. But we're getting in the Christmas spirit here on the podcast. So the paper crowns are the most important part of a Christmas. You look amazing, mate. If you're watching the video version of the podcast, you can see this in all its glory. It's Tevin putting on his paper crown.
I'm glad it's big enough.
just about fits on Tevin's head there. There you go. Look at.
Good.
There you go, mate. Looks quality. I rate it.
Okay, the other thing that happens in these, obviously you get a little gift. So we've got the bottle opener, you've got yourself some nail clippers, and that tape measure there as well.
Yeah.
And then you get these bits of paper, and they got little jokes on, and little games that you can play. So here's a joke for you, Joel.
Go on.
What Christmas carol do they sing in the desert?
I don't know. What Christmas carol do they sing in the desert?
Oh, camel, you faithful.
The absolutely rubbish joke,
Terrible.
Tevin. Go on, Tevin, give us your joke.
What do you get if you cross Santa with a duck?
I don't know.
Lots of presents and a bill.
Terrible. Terrible.
Mid.
That is so bad.
Awesome.
Mid.
Great stuff. What do you think? What do you think of Christmas crackers, Tevin? Do you like them?
Yeah, I like it.
Something
I can use this stuff too.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, if you want to keep the bottle opener, you can keep it.
Yeah.
Keep the nail clippers, all of that. It's all yours, Tevin.
Yeah, I need this for sure.
For your fresh water, yeah?
Tevin, another tradition, obviously, that you guys do at home in the States is the giving and receiving of presents.
Mm-hmm.
So we thought it'd only be good here on the podcast. We got you a couple of gifts, Tevin.
Okay.
First of all, anyone who lives in the UK will recognise the shape of this gift to a T. Tevin doesn't know what it is because obviously he's never had one of these before, I don't think. But we'd like to open it on the podcast, Tevin. Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
Tevin is opening the present right now.
Very, very traditional in England. Loads of people will have one of these. You ever seen these before?
Yes.
Yes, he has seen one
You
before.
want to know why?
Why?
Go on.
Me and VJ had this at the house.
No way!
And we just ate them.
Terry's chocolate orange. How do you open a Terry's chocolate orange?
I have no idea. It was already open.
It
was already open.
So there's a very special way you have to do it. You
Okay.
have when you get it out, you got to smack it on the table, and it just breaks apart into its little pieces. But however, we're not going to do it, guys. Don't worry. Producer Ed over there shaking his head. Do not smash the chocolate orange on our fresh new studio table. So
Did you like it though when you and VJ had it?
Yeah, it was good. Yeah.
Nice.
so that is for you. We've got one more gift for you here, Tevin.
Okay, cool.
And this one is something for all of us because this is something that we'd like you to try right here on the podcast. So here you go, another gift for Tevin Olison. He's giving it a little shake. Don't shake it too much, Tevin.
I hope people haven't already given you these because we're taking away all of our lovely British.
Do you guys care how I open it?
No, open it how you want.
Okay,
Just
cool.
rip into it, Tevin.
Cool.
Very nicely wrapped, I must say, Joel.
Just rip into it. Get some mince pies. Tevin's got some mince pies. Have you ever had a mince pie before, Tevin?
I have not.
So mince pies, I think they're a very British tradition. But Sam, if you open those mince pies up, we'll get Tevin to try one right here on the podcast.
Are you allergic to anything?
Nope.
Okay, good.
I eat everything.
Great stuff.
Except pork.
Except pork. No, there's no pork in a mince pie. Don't you worry. Tevin, these are obviously eaten hot normally on Christmas, maybe with a bit of custard or something.
Bit of brandy cream, I like, Joel.
A bit of brandy cream. Oh, I love it. But Tevin's going to have his very first mince pie right here on the podcast on our Christmas special.
Right.
We want you to give us a live review here, Tevin. Try not to get crumbs all over our studio.
That's all good.
Producers are shaking their head at us now. Right now. Don't worry, lads. We'll clean it. Here we go.
Y'all ready?
Tevin's first taste of a mince pie. He's trying it.
It's going to be like it's the driest thing in the whole of Europe.
Normally you'd have a bit of cream or a bit of custard with it and have it warm. Give us your thoughts, Tevin. What do you think? He's looking at
Thumbs up or thumbs down. He's back into it.
He's going back in it. He loves it. Great stuff.
What do you think?
Delicious.
Yeah.
I like it.
It's a yes for the mince pies from Tevin. So we've done Terry's chocolate orange. We've done mince pies. We've done Christmas crackers. Tevin, are you starting to feel he's still digging into that mince pie? I tell you, he's really enjoying those mince pies. Don't worry, Tev. We'll let you take the rest of these back with you as well. So don't you worry. They are yours to take home with you.
Yeah, I need these.
Well, Tevin, I hope you are in the Christmas spirit. You feeling a bit Christmassy now?
I actually am. Even though I've been away from home And my mom, she likes to decorate everything and just do a lot of Christmas stuff around the house, Christmas games and stuff like that. But I feel like I'm in the Christmas spirit. I think it has a lot to do with the weather and stuff. I've seen snow on the ground and stuff, so yeah.
There we go.
Are you going to do some sort of like present giving with the team or not? Is that happening?
Actually not. We probably should have did that though.
Little secret
That would've
Santa.
been- yeah.
What's on your Christmas list this year? What are you asking Santa for?
I'm asking for a very successful 2023. I'm not about all the gifts and things like that. My mom always asks me, "What do you want for Christmas?" I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I love you or something like that. But that's about it.
Some dubs will do nicely.
Yeah.
A trip to the BBL playoff final. That's what we want. A
For sure.
BBL championship.
For sure.
That would be nice, hey?
For sure.
Awesome. Well, Tevin's got in the Christmas spirit. It's only right we move on to our quickfire question segment. And Tevin, we've every week when a guest comes on the podcast, we like them to answer a series of quickfire questions. Normally they're about themselves. We get them to answer as many questions as they possibly can in 30 seconds. This week, we've given it a bit of a Christmas twist. So all our questions are Christmas themed. Sam, should we get the lights ready and for the quickfire segment? Ooh. Don't be nervous, Tevin. Don't be nervous.
Now, who's got the most so far? I think someone's got 11, is that right?
I thought it was Mike Miller with 10, but
Okay.
did someone break it with 11?
I don't know, that might be 10.
We don't know. It's a bit of nonsense. It's a bit of fun. We have 30 seconds on the clock, Tevin. You have to answer as many questions as possible. Your time starts now. What is your favourite thing about Christmas?
Family.
What would you rather cook or wash up on Christmas?
Cook.
Christmas in the snow or Christmas on a beach?
On the snow.
What is your favourite Christmas song?
Skip.
What Flyers teammate is most likely to eat the most food at Christmas?
Jelani Wassingale.
Would you rather sneeze tinsel for the rest of your life or have your nose light up like a reindeer?
Nose light up like a reindeer.
Is Die Hard a Christmas movie?
No.
No. There we go.
There it is. Answered
settled.
there.
That is the ultimate question, isn't it? Is Die Hard a Christmas movie? It's a film set at Christmas, but is it actually a Christmas movie?
I don't think so.
It's like asking, do you remember a few years ago when Killing in the Name of by, who's that by? Do you remember that?
Rage Against the Machine.
Rage Against the Machine. Everyone got it to Christmas #1 because they were trying to like Rage Against the Machine, I suppose. Is it a Christmas song or not?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Never would have heard of Rage Against the Machine.
I have no
1,
idea.
2, 3. You skipped one, so
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Tevin Olison, you got a score of 6. Not too bad going considering they're all Christmas themed episodes. Usually we ask questions about yourself, but yeah, you got the short straw today by getting the Christmas questions. Sam, it is time for us to try something brand new here on the Bristol Flyers podcast. Are you ready for us to give this a go?
Yes.
You're listening to the Bristol Flyers Podcast.
Right, Sam, I'm going to need you to disconnect from the Bluetooth on the desk here in studio because, Tevin, we've got a very special thing coming up here. We're going to give this a go. This can either go really well or really badly, but we thought what better way to spread a bit of Christmas cheer here on the Bristol Flyers podcast is to maybe ring up some of our season ticket holders, our loyal fans, and have a little conversation with them. Wish them Merry Christmas, thank them for their support this season. What do you reckon? You down for it?
Yeah, I'm down. Let's do it.
Let's do it indeed. Right, I'm going to connect to the where is it? Is it going to show up there?
It is.
There it is, Rodecaster Pro. I'm connecting to the Bluetooth now on my mobile phone. We are going to give some fans a call. I believe we are now connected. Yes, we are. First of all, we are going to speak to Flyers season ticket holder Ollie Rahimi. He's a season ticket holder. I've got my phone hooked up to the system now.
You said Omni.
Ollie
Ollie.
Rahimi.
Like my last name.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, like Ollie. Are you ready? Here we go. Yeah, he's a season ticket holder. Let's give Ollie a call. Here we go. Is it going to connect? We're connected.
Here we go. We've not done this before, so.
We've never done this before, ever, on the podcast. It better not go to voicemail.
If it does, we're leaving a rude message, yeah?
Yeah, 100%.
Hello?
Hi, is that Ollie?
Yeah, speaking.
Hi, Ollie. It's Joel Osborne and Sam Hardy here on the Bristol Flyers podcast. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Hello, mate.
You weren't expecting a call from us today, were you?
Not really, no.
Well, I'll tell you what, Ollie, we've got Tevin Olison here in the studio. Right now, we're recording our Christmas special edition episode of the Bristol Flyers podcast, and we're ringing up some fans to thank them for their support and wish them a Merry Christmas.
Oh, thank you very much. Merry Christmas to you guys.
We've got Tevin Olison here. Tevin, anything you want to say to Ollie, Tevin?
I just want to wish you.
Yeah, into the mic. The mic. Don't worry. I'll take that phone. you talk now, Tevin.
What's up, Ollie? I just want to wish you a Merry Christmas, man, and to just thank you for all your support and just keep coming out to the games. We won't let you down, man. We just keep getting these wins, man.
I appreciate it, mate. Thank you so much.
Ollie,
you guys are doing amazing. Keep it up, and we'll be there. Hopefully, second half of the season we can finish top.
100%.
Oh yeah,
Ollie,
sure.
were you at the games at the weekend, Ollie?
Yeah, we were there for the Lions game on the Monday.
Yeah, not the best. Not the best result, was it? In that one. But tough. I mean, but what was it like seeing those like NBA stars like Decker and Kufos at the Wise campus?
Yeah, it's kind of mad because obviously I followed the NBA for a long time, and I remember these guys playing in the NBA, and then seeing them in the campus and stuff just in front of you is kind of surreal. But it shows how big British basketball is getting and how much the sport is growing in the country. So it's a good thing, and hopefully we can get to that level pretty soon.
Yeah, it's crazy, wasn't it? We were saying after the game, it's probably the smallest gym they've played in since like high school. 750
probably.
fans, it can get quite intimidated in there. Ollie, have you got any questions for Tevin whilst we've got him here in the studio?
I don't know.
Off the cuff. I got a question. I got a question for you, Tevin. What are your favourite shoes to hoop in?
Right now I've been playing in Giannis shoes, and I kind of like them, but my favorite shoe would probably be Kyrie's.
Lovely. Ollie, do you play basketball at all?
Not anymore. I did used to, but not anymore.
No. I'll tell you what, Ollie, am I right in thinking back in our members week we tried giving you a call with Malcolm Delpech?
Yeah.
I just recognised the name here. So tell us the story, Ollie. So you looked at your phone and you got a missed call, right?
Yeah, so no, I didn't actually see it on my phone. So I was scrolling through Twitter and I saw the video and I just happened to watch it and I was like, why do I feel like this is me? And then I heard the voicemail and I was like, that sounds like mine. And then obviously Malcolm was like, hi, Ollie. And I was like, oh, you're joking. I think I was asleep at the time.
I think we phoned you at like 12 noon, Ollie.
I know, it's really bad, isn't it?
No, it's awesome. Obviously, during Members Week, we got our players to ring supporters to thank them for their support, thank them for being a member or a season ticket holder. Ollie went and missed the call, so Malcolm left him a lovely voicemail and we put it out on Twitter.
We were very ready to, if you didn't pick this one up, Ollie, be like, right, we're never phoning him ever again.
Yeah, that would have been strike. That would have been strike two, Ollie, if you didn't pick up. You were so close to reaching voicemail.
Oh, I'm glad I did. I'm very glad I did.
Well, Ollie, we're going to let you go. Are you coming to some of the games in the new year as well?
Yeah, absolutely. We'll be there supporting the boys.
Awesome. Tevin, anything you want to say to Ollie before we let him go?
Man, just keep supporting us, man. That's all I got to say. We won't let you down, man.
Yeah, I will do.
Great stuff. Ollie, have a Merry Christmas with you and your family, and we'll look forward to seeing you at the Wise campus very soon, okay?
Yeah, most definitely. And you guys, Merry Christmas.
Thanks, Ollie.
Bye-bye.
Take care.
Merry
See you later.
Christmas,
Bye.
Bye.
How great was that?
That was good.
That worked so well, didn't
That was
it?
good. That
We
was
were
good.
like, it's either going to work really well or work really badly. Should we do one more?
Yes,
Let's do another one. Let's have another one.
One more.
Okay, who have we got next up? Tom Waterton. I'll tell you what, we'll give Tom Waterton a call because Tom Waterton is Mike Miller's player sponsor. And on the Bristol Flyers podcast, he sent in a question recently, didn't he? He's saying to, I can't remember which guest it was, he was asking them, can you hear our air raid siren? So basically every game he does his air raid siren. I don't know if you can hear it during free throws. He does his air raid siren noise, him and his little kid Sebi, and it's incredible. So
You can hear it, but you guys obviously tone the zone.
It's like just tone it out.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a lot of the noise, yeah.
It's so loud.
Right, we're ready. Let's give Tom a call.
Yeah, let's go for it.
Here we go. No voicemail this time. If it does go voicemail, we'll leave a lovely message.
We won't. A nasty message.
Here we go. Come on, Tom. Pick up the phone. Pick up the phone, Tom.
That's like my middle name. It's crazy.
Hi, Tom. It's Joel Osborne and Sam Hardy here from the Bristol Flyers Podcast. How you doing?
Hi, very good, thank you. How are you?
Is this a bad time or are you all good?
Well, you caught me by surprise. Go on.
I bet you weren't expecting this call today.
No.
We are literally recording our Christmas special episode of the podcast right now. So as we're speaking, you are on the Bristol Flyers Podcast right now.
Fantastic. Hello, everyone.
We've got Tevin Olison here in the studio.
What's up, Tom?
Hi, you okay?
Yeah, I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm very good, thank you. I'm surprised. It's like I've won the lottery. This all my dreams come true.
Tom, we were just talking about your air raid siren noise that you do at games. Is that correct?
Yes. Oh no! Really now?
Can we get a little sample, Tom? Are you going to give us a little sample in the podcast?
Are you in the office or anything that people can hear you?
No, I'm luckily I'm working from home, but I am on a conference call. But I've muted it, so it's fine. So go on. This is fine.
Come on, Tom. Let's hear it.
Listening. Okay, hold on.
This is cool.
Oh my God, that's amazing! That is amazing.
Oh,
How is that?
I've heard
So
that.
Tevin, Tom does this down court. Are you down courtside for pretty much every game, aren't you, Tom? I think I saw you there on Monday, right?
I was doing it then. Yep.
Tevin, are you privy to this sort of stuff, or are you just sort of locked into the zone?
I think I'll just be so locked in on the game, and like it's just a lot of noise at the game's so loud. So I'm just very locked in on the game. I don't think I've heard that.
I need to up my game then. All by Vuvuzela. Yeah.
As long as the opposing team hears it, I think it's cool.
Well, Tom, we're reaching. Go on, Tom.
Can you do one though, Tevin?
Here we go. He's doing it. Well, I don't know. Would you give that out of 10? What do you reckon? How do you rate that one, Tom?
Practice.
Well, maybe it came down poorly down the landline, but yeah, maybe one for the new year to practice on. I think.
Yeah, I need some tea or something.
Tom, we just wanted to reach out to you today to wish you and your family a very Merry Christmas. Are you all set for the big day?
I think we are, yeah, all good, thank you. Thanks for the well wishes.
Santa got any flyers, gifts hidden under the tree for the big day?
I'm not sure, unless they're for me and it's a surprise. No, I don't think we have. I think we're already kitted out, I think.
Awesome. Well, there is still time. Little plug here. There is still time to get your presents. The Ashton Gate store down at the Bristol Sport store down at Ashton Gate is open until Christmas Eve, so you can get there is still a chance to get some little stocking fillers. Tom, we're going to let you go, but we just want to say thank you so much for your support, as always, your loyal support over the last few years. And
thank you very much.
We look forward to seeing you. Are you coming to the Leicester Riders game in the new year?
I am, yes, definitely. Yeah, we are. Yeah.
Awesome. Cool. Well, we'll see you at the Riders game, and just want to say thank you. This podcast will be going out later tonight, so you'll get a chance to watch it back and then listen to this call. But we'll catch you in the new year, okay?
Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Bye-bye.
Awesome. Well, that was unplanned, and it just went really, really well.
I love that, Joe.
That was incredible.
It was weird because the first person was Ollie, and the second person was Tom. My name is Tevin Thomas Olison.
Inception.
And we did that on purpose because this is your life.
Sam, right, we need to get round to this week's news.
You're listening to the Bristol Flyers Podcast.
All right, time to take a look at the news around the BBL, see what's been happening in the BBL this week, and not too much going on over the Christmas period, Sam, but we've got to start by talking about those two games against London Lions at the weekend, right?
Man alive. Tough old time, wasn't it?
It was tough. Obviously, going down, I was at 35 points defeat on Friday on Sky Sports, and then obviously that Cup semi-final. Tevin, sort of talk us through what the mood was like after those two games at the weekend and what it's been like in practice this week.
Well, of course, after those two games, we weren't happy because we know how good we are, and we know how good that we can play. We know our potential, and we definitely didn't play up to that, and we feel like we weren't as locked in as we should have been. So this week we have been really trying to pay attention to detail and lock in and just focus on the small things that we really didn't against London. Because, I mean, of course, they're a really good team, but we beat them already this year, and we know what we can do. So, yeah. Yeah,
it's tough. Like, I know like the performance was disappointing on Friday, but minus that slow start, you guys pretty much kept up the most rest of the way. Yeah. And I think the way that you responded from that performance on Friday to the performance on Monday, you could tell, couldn't you, Sam? The intensity was a lot different in that game on Monday.
I mean, on Friday even you got it down to 9 points in the third quarter, which is like testament to how good you guys actually are, bringing it back from, because it was a tough start to that game. I know it was. just nothing was dropping for you to begin with. And it happens like that because I watched London in the European Cup
in Paris.
By the fourth quarter, they were 2 from 4 going into the 2 from 20 from behind the 3-point line going into the fourth quarter. So they weren't shooting well, you know.
Yeah.
So it's one of them, isn't it?
It's one of them days. Like everyone has those dry days. That was one of our dry days. But of course, like, you know, this is a learning experience. Like I was chatting to Thomas Bell after the game, and he was saying, look, you know, we'll learn from this. They got to remember this is a team that's playing Euro Cup this year, so they're playing like the second highest level in Europe right now, behind EuroLeague. So, you know, we've obviously beaten them once already, which was amazing on our home floor. They're obviously going to get better, as are we, throughout the season. But obviously that win on Monday puts them into the Cup final in January, and we now know that they'll be playing Leicester Riders after they beat Caledonia last night. So that should be quite a tasty matchup as a neutral.
Isn't it a London Leicester women's final and a London Leicester men's final?
It is, yeah. So the women's teams have made the WBBL Cup final, the men's teams are in the BBL Cup final. So it is a pure Leicester versus London showdown down at Arena Birmingham, which there is still time to get your tickets for if you fancy watching some basketball. It was always a great day out, you know, if you're not there cheering on as a fan. It's a great day as a neutral. They got some great acts playing there. I think they announced Knots was playing there today, so that'll be pretty sick.
This is more your type of music than my type of music.
But Sunday, January 29th, bbl.org.uk to get your tickets for that final in Birmingham. Other news around the week, this past week, Sam, we had this BBL marketing workshop where all the marketing and media reps from around the league, all the people that work behind the scenes at the club, all got together. We met up in Nottingham, did an overnight stay. We had a workshop all together, sharing best practice, sharing ideas, and the BBL were there also to show us their plans for how they see the future of content looking in the league. It was a really great day, actually. Really enjoyed it.
We've not actually a lot of times to chat about that. Was it? Did you get a lot out of it? Do you think?
So Jack and I went down, and if Jack's our new starter in the Flyers media team. We went to meet all the other teams, and there are lots of people that we hadn't met before, because the last time we did this was pre-pandemic, so we hadn't done one of these meetings in person in so long. But just to like pick other teams' brains, see what kind of stuff they're doing, what they're focused on, share best ideas. And obviously with the new infrastructure now in the league and the new investment, the new CEO coming in, they showed us their plans for the future of how they see clubs, how they see a game day looking from clubs' social media platforms, what resources they're able to provide centrally as a league moving forward, those kind of things. It's really great. And although we're all really competitive on the court, off the court we're all working together as a team to really drive the sport forward, which is great to see.
I was hoping a bit of from Anchorman, when they all the news teams come together and fight. I was hoping that all the back staff from all the different teams would come together and there'd be a big fight going on, Joel.
Yeah, well, not quite that. We all had a few cheeky beers in the hotel bar after the session.
What do you mean? You mean a few cheeky fresh waters?
Good. It was really good fun. But Tevin, obviously you're new to this country, and obviously basketball's not as big a sport at this country as it is in the States. But have you seen the kind of growth? I know you've only been here for half a season, but have you seen the kind of growth and the direction that the sport is going in this country?
Yeah, I really have, because I would say because of the competition. Everybody is as good as anybody in the States, and I feel like just like people like Decker and Kufas and even VJ, you know what I'm saying, just coming over here and just putting on for the BBL and just putting the BBL on the map, I think that's very big.
Yeah, some massive names coming over, and also like some great talent like yourself coming out of college as well, and using this league as a platform to really develop and make a name for themselves, So it's really great. Obviously we had that workshop together. Then we also, the day after, we had day before even, I think it was, we had a commentators workshop where all the BBL commentators got together and did the same sort of thing. We heard from the new CEO, Aaron Radin, and he sort of gave us some guidance of things he's liking and things we need to improve on with our game. And they're just giving us all the tools that we need to be able to develop ourselves as broadcasters, which is great as well.
Didn't he call you out, John? Was like, no more word of the week?
No, what? No, he didn't. No, he didn't say anything like that. No. But it was great. And also the day after, Sam, you and I were lucky enough to hop on the town hall meeting with the new CEO, Aaron Radin, as well, where he outlined his whole. Obviously, he's only been in the role for 2 weeks now, but chance to meet everyone, virtually, answer questions from people, and outline his plans to clubs and really push it forward. It was great, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it needs that sort of look, I've not been involved for loads of time, and I've not known sort of the history of all of the ins and outs of the guys up there doing what they're doing. But it needs almost someone coming in with a massive sort of dream to see it grow to something massive, be in Europe, big money involved, and arenas being built left, right and centre, and it seems like he's got his head switched on, he knows what he wants, and he's going to really push for it, which may or may not ruffle a few feathers along the way as well, Joel.
But it's you can see the progress already, right? You've got Sheffield right now building their arena, they're going to be in it next season. We've just had a planning permission approved on our arena, which is expected to start in the summer. Caledonia have put a planning application in for their new arena. So once those 3 arenas are up, you've got Leicester and Newcastle obviously own their own arena. That's half the league in their own built arenas already. So already, pushing it forward. You've got London playing at the Copper Box, which is an Olympic standard venue. I mean, you look at how packed it was last night, playing against Paris in the Euro Cup. They had 7,500 fans there. It looked amazing.
That is so good, isn't it?
Yeah, it's amazing, and it's great, and we want to see London do really well on the European stage. In the BBL, we want to compete and beat them in the league and stuff, but on the European stage, we can get more teams playing in European competition going forward. I know, speaking with Andreas, obviously that's the Flyers' goal, is to eventually be playing in Europe, and someday, in the next few years down the line or whatever, the more teams we can do that, the more we can put the BBL on the map, the better. And you look at teams like leagues like the NBL Australia, how much they're getting players like Ball coming in before he goes off to the NBA. That could easily be a good stopping stone for NBA talent before they, an alternative to going to college. Players coming out, instead of going to college, they're going off, they're playing pro for 1 or 2 years in the UK, and then going into the NBA. That'd be amazing.
I was having a good chat with their media man, actually, from the Lions from on Monday when he was here, and he was just saying, look, we don't want other teams to hate us at all, and I agree with that. We want to like them in Europe. We want to see that grow. If we could have 3 or 4 teams in Europe, it would just, our league would be unbelievable.
Yeah, that'd be amazing.
So it's going in the right direction, and all these meetings were a great sign, I think, like the commentators workshop, the media and marketing workshop, the town hall with the CEO. He's only been in place for 2 weeks, and already we're starting to, we've never had this amount of communication coming from the league before. So the direction is certainly going strongly in the right direction for the future of the league.
He's only been here 2 weeks, and he's already got Sheffield's arena built. He's already got planning permission sorted for us. Unbelievable, Joe.
Nah, that's very good stuff. We are still wanting to get Aaron Radin on the podcast at some point. So Aaron, if you are listening, we won't make you wear one of these hats, but we will chat to you about your vision for the future. It'd be great episode. Maybe we'll team up for the new year. Yeah. Sam, one last thing to start that again. Yep. One last thing to bash out before we get to our mailbag section. A couple of good photos that have been sent in by some of our fans. This one caught our eye. It's Flyers fan Sam Comley, who was sat in the crowd at the SGS Wise campus. There he is, full Santa hat and beard, watching the London Lions game. That's Santa Claus there, Sam.
I absolutely love that. That is unbelievable.
That's an album cover. That's
put that full screen cover again one more time. That's it.
You're actually in that, Tev.
Yeah, I'm in there too. That's nice. That's nice.
That is actually, you imagine that in black and white with an album cover, fully edited.
But keep the hat red, and
That's it. Just the red hat, the white beard, and everything else just monochrome.
Right, nice. Joel, do that.
If you're watching this, do that right now.
We'll edit this. We'll put it up on the podcast feed, on Twitter even, and we'll have a little look and we'll let you know. One other photo that really caught our eye is we actually remember the other week, Sam, we asked fans to send in their 4-legged furry Flyers fans.
Oh, yeah.
So we asked fans to send in pictures of their dogs watching Bristol, or their cats, or whatever pet they have,
their bear or their lion,
watching Bristol Flyers games. We had some great posts early on, and Flyers fan Tash Puddy on Instagram sent us this one, which is her dog watching the London Lions game on Sky Sports on Friday night, wearing the Bristol Flyers home uniform. How great is that?
Perfectly fitting as well, not too big. I like that. It looks awesome, actually.
Yeah, perfect. Really good.
Perfect pick. Covering up the score a little bit. I like that.
Yeah, I think it was only, what's that, Q3? So yeah, maybe, good thing covering up the score over there.
That looks like 46 to 67. Very good. Yeah, nice.
Very good stuff. Very good stuff. Of course, we've got 3 games coming up through the Christmas period. Like we say, this is our last episode now before of the year. We've got 3 games coming up. We've got, at the time of recording, it's Surrey Scorchers away tomorrow. We have the game against the... Oh, do you want me to disconnect my phone, Sam?
Sorry, don't worry. Sorted it, mate. Sorted it.
We have the Surrey Scorchers game tomorrow. We have the Plymouth City Patriots game on the 28th, which is next Wednesday. Yeah. And we have the New Year's Day game against the Surrey Scorchers as well. So 2 meetings against Surrey coming up in the next week or so. Tevin, how has preparation been going for that one?
For the Surrey game?
Well, for all 3, I guess, because they're coming thick and fast, aren't they?
Well, like I said, we've just been trying to pay really close attention to detail and just not have those mental lapses like we've been doing the past couple of games. And so we just trying to focus on, and we've been getting up a lot of shots too, because that slump we went through against London in that first one. We don't want to have a start like that again. So we've been really focusing on making shots and just communicating and just paying attention to the small things.
Yeah, very good stuff. Sam, shall we get on to... Well, we've got a couple of things to bash through before we get to the mailbag section. We've got Word of the Week, which we don't have Word of the Week this week, but we'll do that right now. Sam, are you ready for this week's Word of the Week?
Yes.
You're listening to the Bristol Flyers Podcast.
All right, time to get to this week's. You having fun there, Sam? You're bashing away at the you're bashing away at the desk here.
You disconnected my laptop, and now I can't get the sounds coming out, Joel, and I blame you wholeheartedly.
Oh, yeah, because you need us for the Word of the Week segment. Well, I'll keep talking while you keep sorting that soundboard out there.
I think it's sorted.
It's time to get to this week's Word of the Week. Tevin, are you a keen listener of the podcast? Are you aware of what Word of the Week is?
Yeah, I'm aware.
So we have this lovely wheel over here, which we will not get out this week because there's no home game this week, unfortunately. So all those home games now, we've got loads on the road. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it?
Crazy. What are these away games we speak of? No Word of the Week this week, but last week's Word of the Week, as requested by Thomas Bell, we spun the wheel, it landed on the word indubitably. Are you aware of the Kawhi Leonard meme, Tevin?
He loves that freaking word, man. Indubitably. I'm like, bro, be quiet.
Well, that was the word I had to squeeze into Monday's game against the London Lions in the BBL Cup semi-final. It was a tricky one to fit in, but I did do it during the game. Managed to get it in during the pre-game build-up, Sam. And I think I did it off the back of Gareth. I think he was making a remark about the game being on a rare Monday night. Shall we take a little listen, Sam?
It's broken, Joel. I can't get it to work, mate.
He's broken it. What has he done?
Do you know what we're gonna do? I'm gonna bodge this. We're gonna do this like bodged properly and give it a go. Okay?
He's gonna play it through his laptop
through
speakers.
the laptop speakers.
Here we go.
You ready?
Hold it up close to the mic, Sam. Here it comes.
Yeah, massive game here on a rare Monday night here at the SGS Boys Arena. Yeah, indubitably. Pleasure to welcome you here to courtside at the SGS College Arena. My name's Joel Osborne. I'm very pleased to be joined.
Right off the bat, indubitably.
Joel, that is so much. Because the thing is, people listening straight up as well are being like, what the heck is he on about?
That's the key, is to squeeze it in. No one really notices, but if you listen to the podcast, you know. If you know, you know. And if you listen to the Bristol Flyers podcast, indubitably.
Yeah, indubitably.
You know. Well, there it is. As you say, no Word of the Week this week, so we're not spinning the wheel, but the wheel will return in the new year, and we'll spin it again ahead of that game against the Leicester Riders on January 6th.
You're listening to the Bristol Flyers Podcast.
Right, Tevin, we've got one more task for you to do before we get to our mailbag section, and that is to put your judging hat on, because we have to pick a winner for the recent Figure of 8 challenge that we've been putting out on the Bristol Sport Foundation social media channels. So if you're not familiar with the Figure of 8 challenge, we ask fans to send in videos of them doing a Figure of 8 dribble between their legs, submit it via the Bristol Sport Foundation app, and we've got some great entries, and we've shortlisted 3. And Tevin, we want you to pick the winner out of the 3. So we're going to have a look at them here on the podcast, and you're going to give us your live reaction and tell us who you think is the winner.
Okay, cool.
So the first one we have is Rafi, who sent us this video dribbling the ball in his living room, if we can get that up on the screen. Here he is. There's Rafi in the living room at Christmas.
Sam, Raf.
What do you reckon of this, Tevin? What do you reckon of those skills on show?
Should I do like 1 through 10?
Yeah, great. Yeah, let's rate it out of 10. Come on.
For his age, I would say that is a 8.
8 out of 10.
Very, and a strong sock game as well. That's what I'm thinking.
I like that jersey too.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, there he is rocking his MJ jersey as well. Some great skills on show there. So an 8 out of 10 there from Tevin Olison.
You've gone in very strong, very quickly. I like that.
Next up, we've got Leah, who sent us this clip doing the figure of 8 challenge. Again in the house. This time she's wearing a Bristol Flyers t-shirt, up the Flyers.
Like that.
Doing some ball skills on show. Tevin, let's rate this one. What do you reckon?
I would give her. I like the shirt. I would give her. Actually, I would give her an 8.
Another 8 out of 10.
I would give her an 8.
Future is certainly bright for Bristol Flyers going forward. So that you've got 2 8s here. We've got our third entry. We've got Otis, and Otis actually he braved the cold. He went outside and did his figure of 8 challenge. Let's have a look at this video here. There is Otis doing his skills.
Yeah, that's sick.
Look at him go. Looks like a mini Steph Curry out there.
Hey,
What do you reckon, Tevin?
that is tough. I gotta give him a 10.
You'll give him a 10.
I gotta give him a 10.
You'll give Otis a 10 out of 10.
Yes, Otis.
So does that make Otis our winner, Tevin?
Oh yeah, he's definitely the winner. Are those questions on his feet? He has a 10.5. 10.5.
Extra 0.5 for the shoes there, Otis.
10.5 for the questions, man.
Which means congratulations to you. You are the winner of this signed Bristol Flyers jersey, which is signed by the whole team. Tevin Olison's signature is on there somewhere.
Where's yours, Tev?
Where is mine?
Yeah.
It's on there somewhere.
Is it on the back? Did I not sign?
No, it's on the back. If not, Tevin will sign this.
Well, I will sign it right now.
He will sign it right now for you, and we'll get that sent off to you. There it goes, sent off straight to you.
I think I was at the restroom while they were signing it.
But you are the winner of a signed Bristol Flyers jersey, and if you are interested in getting involved in more competitions with the Bristol Sport Foundation, there will be more competitions coming in the new year, so make sure you download the Bristol Sport Foundation app, download it to your phone, and have a little look out for some of the competitions coming up, because there'll be some great ones coming in the new year.
You're listening to the Bristol Flyers Podcast.
All right, Tevin, time to wrap up this week's Christmas edition of the Bristol Flyers Podcast with our mailbag section. So every single guest we get on, we ask social media. We put it out there to fans to send in their questions. We get fired all sorts of different questions all over the place on Twitter, on Instagram, and we picked some of our favourites to ask you right now. Are you ready for the grilling?
Let's do it.
The grilling.
It's not grilling. There's some good questions actually this week. Do you want to go to the first question, Sam?
PF Callum on Instagram, he wants to know, and I think I might know based on what you said earlier, but who is your biggest inspiration?
My biggest inspiration is definitely Kobe Bryant, man. He's the reason why I've he's definitely the reason why I love the game, why I fell in love with the game. I fell in love just watching him play, just seeing how he attacks the game, how he like what he does before games and stuff like that. He's the GOAT to me.
Yeah.
Did you watch his the Redeem Team documentary?
Oh yeah.
It added a new light for me. He's just different, isn't he?
He's different.
Yeah,
He just works.
he is amazing.
Like
I remember that BBL Cup final where Flyers were playing 2020. And we were playing Worcester Wolves, made the cup final. We lost the cup final by about 8 points, I think it was. We were travelling on the bus home, and then the news broke about Kobe. And we were like, oh my God, imagine if you'd won that, and then all of a sudden your celebration is just like cut off just because of that news. It's dreadful. But I'll always remember that game now, because that was the day we found out the sad news about Kobe. So
yeah, I was at a Chinese restaurant when I found out.
Really?
Yep.
Really? You got that did the notification come through on your phone?
Actually, my auntie called me.
Really?
Yeah, she called me. She was like, are you okay? I was like, yeah, I'm eating some good food right now. I'm cool. And she was like, Kobe died. I'm like, no, you're not serious.
Wow.
I was like, what? The whole day I was just. But then when I found out his daughter passed as well, that hit even deeper.
Yeah, that's dreadful. That's dreadful stuff. Another question here from Alicia Irvin on Instagram. She says, #1 fan here.
Hold on. Alyssa Irvin.
Oh, you know Alyssa Irvin?
That's my girlfriend.
Ah, okay. So, my bad. I'm sorry, Alyssa.
#1 fan here.
I'm sorry for butchering your name,
That's crazy.
Alyssa.
I'm like, huh? Who is that? I know who it is.
She says, #1 fan here. What food do you miss the most from the States?
What food do I miss the most? I'm a Memphis man. I'm a Memphis guy. So that Memphis barbecues, nothing like it. Those Memphis wings, just nothing like it. So yeah.
Oh yeah, I need to try some. There's I went to Texas a few years back and I had a Buffalo Wild Wings. Do you have that at Memphis as well?
Yeah, I like. They call it B-dubs.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. I like Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yeah.
Buffalo Wild Wings, nice.
I was a big fan. I like that. Alyssa also asked. I think she's trying to get some info out of you here, Tevin, because she wants to know what your biggest pet peeve is.
My biggest pet peeve. That is my biggest pet peeve is probably when when
my girlfriend messages in.
We're about to stitch you up right here on the podcast.
My biggest pet peeve is when my girlfriend messages in when I'm trying to do a podcast.
Yeah, that's my biggest pet peeve. My biggest pet peeve is probably when I am like seriously talking and probably when somebody's probably not fully listening to me or something like that. But yeah.
So what'd you say?
Well, shout out Alyssa if you're listening back home. Is she watching all your games online and stuff?
Yeah, she watches them all when she can. Yeah.
Awesome, great stuff. Sam, you got another question?
V Bunting 88 on Instagram wants to know what has been your favorite thing about Bristol so far?
My favorite thing about Bristol, it's not gonna. I mean, I love food. That's all I do. I eat. That's all I do. I eat, man. Like, and my favorite thing about Bristol right now is probably low and slow.
Low and slow. Low and slow.
Low and slow.
That
might be my favorite thing about Bristol.
I do need to check that out. Flyers fan 101 on Insta. What do you think of your new shoes? Have you got new shoes, Tevin?
Yeah, I got some new basketball shoes, the Yanni shoes, and I really like them. They're really comfortable and I like the color. I just love the way they look.
What color are they?
Like teal, turquoise.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, like pinkish. Kind of
like a little uniform.
Kind of like a little bit of uniform in there. Yeah.
Nice.
I think it's nice.
Do players always pick out, like, you know, when you sign for a team and stuff? Like when you're at college, do you, like, when you're going to buy a new pair of shoes, are you like going for the colorway that matches your team's uniform, or are you just not too bothered?
Actually, sometimes we do, but sometimes you don't really care about matching as long as the shoe looks good.
Yeah.
As long as you know how to put it together.
Awesome. Great stuff. Got another question here. It's the last question. D. Lucas on Instagram. I know you haven't actually played in all of the arenas yet in the BBL, but they want to know what is your favourite away arena to play in?
Favorite, of course, London was pretty nice, but I think Leicester has a nice gym actually. Their gym was actually like super cool. Yeah. So and I just like the atmosphere it was. It was a really energetic crowd and stuff like that. And that was my first away game. So, yeah.
Yeah. Leicester's really nice, actually. It's pretty new. They opened it a few years back. They just had an extension built onto it now as well.
Yeah.
But they do loads of events there. It's not just basketball. It's a bunch of other stuff as well.
Newcastle has a nice one, too. Yeah, Newcastle is pretty nice. Yeah. I like how it's dark in the stands, but it's kind of... The light kind of beams on the court. I like that. Yeah.
You didn't play that one though, did you?
No, I did. Yeah, I did not play that game.
Yeah. No, it's the
biggest cheerleader though.
Yeah.
The biggest cheerleader.
I'll tell you what, but obviously the Wise campus is your favorite arena to play in the BBL.
Yeah. Be rocking. The Wise be rocking.
I mean, it ain't the biggest, but it rocking.
Oh, it is the loudest. It definitely is the loudest.
Might be the loudest for sure.
Great stuff. Well, that's it for our quickfire questions. Our fan mailbag questions with Tevin. Tevin, thanks for joining us.
Oh yeah.
We really appreciate you having on the Christmas episode of our podcast. There is one last thing we have to do before we wrap up the podcast, and that is to give a shout out to our producer Ed over there.
Let's not shout him out. Let's get him on, shall we?
Yeah, we should get him on.
Ed, come over here, mate.
He's taking the headphones off. He should come over in here because this is producer Ed's very last episode of the Bristol Flyers podcast. Here he is, look. He's coming out from behind the scenes. He's coming out from behind the scenes. Producer Ed over here. Ed, just grab Sam's microphone there. Ed, how are you doing? Ed, you are on the... Oh, he wants the headphones as well. Look, he's taking over here. Producer Ed, how are you, sir?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
Very, very well. We just wanted to thank you for all of your help, your support, because Ed works for Brandvox, who, if you don't know who Brandvox are, they do all of our... Well, they started off by doing our Bristol Sport streams, so for City and for Bears. They moved on to doing our Flyers TV stuff during the pandemic when we needed to do we upped the quality of our live streams. Now they do the whole BBL, so they do every single home and away game for every single club, and now they do the podcast as well. There you go. He's got the hat on as well. Looks great. Looking great there, Ed. And you're moving on, aren't you? Where are you moving off to?
A company called GDS Group,
GDS Group. Well, GDS Group are very lucky to have you. Listen to how soft his voice is. This is the voice I have in my ears during Flyers commentaries. I have Ed just talking sweet nothings into my ear. It's so nice. I'm going to miss it, Ed. I'm going to miss it.
Well, I'm going to miss you too, and your weird words of the week. That's every week.
Great stuff. Ed, we'll let you crack on. You can take a mince pie with you for the road as well.
I might take it later, yeah.
Great stuff.
Cheers,
Thank you
guys.
so much, Ed. This is Ed's last episode. He has one more game with us. It's not actually with us. It's the Plymouth City Patriots away game. He's doing the producing and the directing for that game. So Ed, hopefully we'll get a win for you for that last game that you are working for Bristol Flyers. Well, I say working for Bristol Flyers, working for the BBL now, obviously.
Yeah.
No, very neutral producer we have over here, not affiliated to any club whatsoever. But we have to give a massive shout out to him. And we got producer Dan over here who is starting to do more of our streams now. Ed's been sort of showing him the ropes about the Flyers podcast, and to be fair, he's absolutely smashed it today.
You sound like an American when they're talking about their like pastor. You're like Pastor Dan, producer Dan, producer Ed over there. It's weird.
That's what they are. They're our podcast producers.
Brother Dan.
Brother Dan.
Brother Dan.
Great stuff. Tevin, thanks again for joining us on our Christmas edition of the podcast.
Yeah.
Sam, this is our last episode of the year, isn't it? You are taking a break. We have smashed the first half of the season. We have one half of the season to go.
No cap.
No cap.
No cap.
Don't forget, we are on the podcast feed every single Wednesday, apart from today, which is Thursday. Every single Wednesday, we're normally on the podcast feed. You can watch us on YouTube. If you're enjoying the podcast, do give us a rating and a review. Do like, comment, subscribe. All those podcasty things that podcast hosts tell you to do. Sam, anything else you want to say before we wrap this show on the road?
No, just Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and let's go Flyers!
Up the Flyers. Merry Christmas, everyone.